was up, YouTube family? This Mr. Coupon. I am here to do a small tutorial on how to cook cabbage with mixed vegetables. So what I went ahead and cut half of the cabbage. Basically what I did, I cut the cabbage straight in half next to the core. I did a V shape, as you see on this one. I did a V shape to get the core out, because this part is hard. You can't cook that. So you're gonna throw that away. Put that aside. All right, so this is one half of the head. I haven't washed it yet. So I chopped it in bite-sized pieces. Any pieces that's too tough, I pretty much take them out, because that will shorten down your cooking time whenever you cook it on the stove. So this is half of one head of cabbage. So I'm gonna chop the other half up and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I went ahead and chopped the second half of the head of cabbage up. So this is pretty much what's left over from the whole head, two halves pretty much. After I split it down the middle, took the core out, which is this, the core, and then this, as you see, is hard. Some people may find uses for it, but I throw it away. The outer leaves, like the first two outer leaves, layers or whatever, I peel those off and throw those away. And then any other hard pieces, I leave a few in there just for a little small crunch, but the hard part, I throw away. So we're gonna wash this about 3 times. We're gonna wash it, let it sit in the water so the dirt can drain to the bottom. Pour the water out, do it again the second time. Let it sit for 1 or 2 minutes. Pour the water out the third time. You're gonna let it sit the same amount of time, but you're gonna lift the cabbage out. Meaning you're gonna take the cabbage out and put it in a strainer, so that way the dirt goes down to the bottom. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put, I rinsed it off 3 times, drain the water, and I put it in the colander to drain out. And I sat it in this bowl for the water to drain to the bottom of it. So now what I'm doing, I'm putting a little, not a whole bunch of water, just enough water to where you can see it at the bottom of the pot. You're not trying to make cabbage soup. So once you see the water, you pour a little bit out. All right, that should be good. So we're gonna put it on the stove. All right. And the seasonings I add, it's gonna be, this is not salty, this is garlic powder. So you put a little bit of garlic powder. Then you'll do complete seasoning. It looks like a lot, but it's not. If you look, hold on, what it has, it doesn't have salt in it. It has dehydrated vegetables, garlic and onion. Well, it has a little bit of salt, but mainly spices and herbs. But that's pretty much it. This is not salty. You can use this alone on chicken instead of using salt to replace salt. This is not salty. All right, so we're gonna do that. That's normally a good amount. Then we're gonna add a little bit of salt. That's good and salt. All right, so we're gonna turn the stove on high or medium high, whichever you prefer. And we're gonna put the timer on. We're gonna do 45. Come back and check it then and see where it's at. You can leave it uncovered. You don't need a whole bunch of water because cabbage makes its own water. You just want enough to where the cabbage cook and it shrinks up. All right, so I'll be back in a few minutes to check on it. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so it's been 45 minutes. I went ahead and tasted some big pieces, bigger pieces, to see if it was tender. They were, so it's done to my liking. You can eat it, you know, a little bit crunchier or, you know, softer, whatever your liking is going to be. I added a little bit more complete seasoning, a little bit more garlic powder, and a little bit of pepper. And I added about 5 shakes of Crystal's hot sauce, just to give it a little bit of kick. Also, I got a small can of vegetables. This normally is enough. And this has, you know, pretty much potatoes, carrots, celery, peas, green beans, corn, lima beans. All right. And I drained the juice or water off of them. It's already added seasoning to this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is add just a small thing. It's not a lot of butter, just a little bit of butter, and pretty much what that gives it some additional flavoring. It's optional. All right. Not a big spoon, as you've seen, it didn't even cover the whole spoon. It just was a small corner, just to give it some additional flavor. I ain't put nothing fattening in here. I put complete seasoning, which is not salty. I add some garlic powder, which is not salty. I put a sprinkle of salt, and then that small thing of butter. And trust me, that small thing of butter is gonna make it taste a whole lot better. So as I said, I drained the water off. I'm gonna put that in there. And pretty much what made me, I haven't seen it on YouTube, but I went to a Jamaican restaurant. And the Jamaican restaurant, as y'all well, down here at least, they, with their cabbage, well, this particular Jamaican restaurant, when I had their cabbage, they had mixed vegetables in it. Pretty much the same vegetables that I'm putting in here now. And it was awesome. So I was like, I didn't think about that. Some people they put, I seen on YouTube, some people they put, you know, the California blend and mix it up with cabbage. I mean, it's vegetables. Cabbage is a vegetable. So, I mean, you just basically eat mixed vegetables. But I liked this particular combination of the different mixed vegetables with the cabbage. And like I said, I put that in there with a little bit of butter, not a whole lot. And as you see, the cabbage is tender. It's not crunchy, it's not hard. And then you just let that sit for 15 minutes and you good. Like I say, everything probably took an hour and maybe 30. I rinsed this off with soap and water and I dried it off. So I'm gonna put the lid on there. But like I said, everything took about an hour 15, including preparation and cooking. But this is something that's Simple. You can make some rice with it. You know, add some meat, whatever you want to do. Especially if you're vegetarian, this is an option. I'm not vegetarian, I like meat, but this is an option that you can do. Pretty much mixed vegetables, cabbage and mixed vegetables. All right, so again, this is my version of cabbage and mixed vegetables. I will do a video once it's plated. I'm not gonna eat right now. It's still early, about 5-ish my time. So once I plate it, I'll come back and do another part of the video. All right. All right, y'all, so this is the finished product of the cabbage with mixed vegetables. I have leftover Popeye's chicken and a Popeye biscuit that I'm gonna throw with this meal. But pretty much, oh, and I decided to cook some rice, which is I had some rice here. But pretty much the cabbage, there's a good sized head of cabbage and a can of vegetables. As you see, this is a good amount of cabbage and mixed vegetables. But pretty much the cabbage and mixed vegetables alone was $1, and the cabbage was $107 for the head. That's with tax. And then a can of mixed vegetables were 69 cents. So that's $170, $180 for a head of cabbage and mixed vegetables. So I mean, this is a easy meal that you can throw together. Of course, if you got you some leftover fried chicken or whatever, you can throw that. If not, then this is good. If you got rice, boil you some rice, and you got you some cabbage and mixed vegetables. All right, again, this is Mr. Couponer. Oh, make sure y'all go follow me over on Instagram at Mr. Couponer. I will make sure I include the link below. Thank y'all again for watching. Have a good one.